How many crazy things have to happen in this world, or impossible coincidences, or freakish, out of this world synchronicities? How many things have to happen before you and people will actually start to question the very nature of your reality?
The thing that bothers me the most isn't the fact that on one side we see that it's clearly a six-seater, but look on the right side and then you see that they're obviously trying to edit our perception of it somehow. Somebody's editing our perception. And I know this is the Mandela Effect, but the point is it shouldn't be this easy to find the mistakes. These are mistakes. I mean, I think it's fascinating that we're able to find these mistakes and we think it's a glitch in the matrix, but let's maybe look and see it for something else that it could be. I don't want to discount anyone's belief in the Mandela Effect, but I want us to maybe look a little deeper at why it's happening. Not at, wow, that's neat that it's happening, but why is it happening? I believe there's a reason why it's happening. And if you watched like the rest of the world watched, you saw this. But did you see what happened seconds later? And after watching this, you realize why people are saying there's fake news. We are being distracted on purpose. But don't you wonder why? Why all the confusion? The supreme art of war is to subdue the enemy without fighting. So confuse them psychologically. Make them become distracted and make them fight among themselves.
Since you voted for Donald Trump, you can get your shit and get out. The suitcase is packed by the door. Yeah, been packed since this morning. Bye.
In fact, if this were a military playbook, we'd say this is the oldest trick in the book. It's called divide and conquer, and we're falling for it because it's intensely and profoundly advanced technology that's being used against us. Why? Because this is phase 2. We're now under mental attack. Physically, we've been under physical assault since World War II, or shortly thereafter. And if you look at this chart to the right, in 1939 the radio broadcast signal was changed from 432 hertz to 440 hertz. And I have an entire presentation on that. In fact, I have an entire presentation on each of the 5 senses that have been compromised and how they've been compromised. And I encourage you, please watch it. Oh, and the 80% of eyewear that's controlled by Luxottica? Yeah, I didn't think anything of it either, until you realize that they create Ray-Ban sunglasses as one of their many products. But how far back does Ray-Ban sunglasses go with the military? Oh, about World War II. You know, Eisenhower wore them.
For we are opposed around the world by a monolithic and ruthless conspiracy.
Because there's something more at stake here than even your life. And it's your soul. And think about it, we're going to be dead a lot longer than we're alive. And if these are the end of times, if this is going to be the end for many of us, then take some time now to calm your soul, to recognize your belief in God and good. let's just say that is real. There's going to be one hell of a magnetic strain put upon our planet. Our planet is very weakened at this point. We've done fracking, we've sucked the oil out of her. Think of what your engine would do if you tried to run it for a long period of time without any oil in it. And that's what the Earth is doing. And now it's being pulled apart by this huge planetary object. Now, if the moon pulls our tides, can you imagine what some object 10 times the size of Earth is going to do to us? If we are about to be invaded, if Nibiru or Planet X contains a lizard, Luciferian believing army, what do you want to bet they want to call us right off of this planet? I mean, hell, I've heard they believe we're squatters. They believe that they have first right to this planet because dinosaurs were here before mankind. And if you check, we've all been taught that they were somehow magically exterminated before humans ever got here. But that's another lie. It was just taught to confuse us, to confuse everyone. Take a look at this fossilized evidence. We walked together when Nibiru was last here. And here's the really cool thing. Not only did we walk together, if you'll notice, look at the little carving to the lower right. We were the same size as they were. Yeah, there were human giants that walked up on this planet the last time Nibiru was here. But before Nibiru left our solar system, many left our planet, and they have been there waiting and waiting on the clock to reset itself.
Air Force units may also be directed to combat said classified due to their enormous size and otherworldly strengths.
If all of this is true and this is going to happen, there's going to be some scared people. There's going to be some scared animals that are living with those scared people, and they're going to look to their owners for leadership and survival. Oh, and one more thing. If we are being overthrown and war is about to be declared upon us, how do you think they're going to declare war? The last time we were around in our biblical times, it would have sounded like this.
And a shofar like this would be used in biblical times to sound a warning, maybe an approaching army,